Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Pond. Rolling out to Durban, Malva pudding with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, not you. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's a Ibiza.
Ibiza, yeah, it's pronounced Ibiza, actually.
Menu narration set to 100.
Ibiza, Ibiza, you won't see me in neither.
Menu narration set to 100.
I'd rather be in Vegas at the Caesars. My winter out in Josie, not in Bali, cause it's cheaper. Switch it up. From Africa, home of diaspora. More than the trip around the globe, we the settler. Travel like LeBron, I'm a traveling man. LAX out to Baltimore, then landed in France. Play some shows out in Germany, then bought in Japan. See these reps take me everywhere, I go where I can. That's the multi-pass, homie. I ain't bumping that, Brody. In New York, posted up like some Timberlands, homie. So I go to Miami just for dinner.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. Certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarterback.
Pick up a 2 on the last run. Here's 2nd and 8. Plant. It's Penix. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The former Nittany Lion, Chop Robinson. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up 3rd and long.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Penix. That's caught. Right side. It's London. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate the ball to the punt team. It's 4th down. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. An open downfield on the crossing route. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. He'll look to throw. That one complete to Legette. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
At the Falcons' 26-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he will get into the end zone. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Eagles. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. The extra point is up and through. the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. There's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert from.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Brings up second and 9.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
To the left side, into the hands of Moore. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down at 9.
From the gun here in the pass rush. Gets home and he goes down. Chop Robinson. He gets in to record his second sack here in the first quarter.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did. You may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Moving left. They'll try to run forward. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 30.
And here's Bijan. He is met and dropped. A couple yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. Inside the 20. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They're an early hole, 14-0. Start digging out soon. Begin this drive, first and 10. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. Man, he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's complete. It's Joseph. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. On only option. Here's Robinson. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Penix. Oh! He's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they ended up holding them to just a short gain.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back to work. They have been one of the better teams in terms of throwing football this year, and the numbers bear that out, and they have come out of the gates hot in this one. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Stick with him again. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
That's a gain of 3.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he is very close to the 1st down, but a high ball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Falcons offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. In motion goes Likely. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Penix. One into the hands of Moore downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the ground is Robinson. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Andre Yosibov was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. Back over the middle and take it in. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And he will go all the way. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Falcons offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He'll step up and run, and that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Into space at the 45. And he's out of bounds, but all the way down at the 30-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. To gain of 43 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Eagles' 22-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's 2nd and 2. You're going to go play action with Penix. That is pulled in at the 5. And he's in. What a drive. Touchdown Atlanta. Tyler Luth now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game. Now at after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense.
Second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking right side. He's got a receiver. It's Smith. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And the Eagles first down.
Short throw taken by Pitts. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. It's second down.
19 Tiger. Mustang 19. 18 Pioneer.
They'll look to throw yet again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
It looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL. It's the first half of the season, but as you can see, Murray leading the league in passing yardage.
Just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Just shy of midfield. Here's second down and 4.
Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's second down.
On the coverage.
Ready up!
They'll turn and hand this one off. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal. Let's go now.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. That is second TD catch of the season. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
The Falcons offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
And he did everything he could. He's trying to keep this play alive, but there's just too much penetration from this defensive front, and they end up taking him down behind the line.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. Now, deep ball for London. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. The Falcons getting their punter out there, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. Get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. First down throw there is incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails them out by not securing the catch.
Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield. 3rd and long.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
He'll look middle. He's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here down the field will fall incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He's got his big tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdowns for him now in this one. And he's up to 10 on the year.
He's now over the century mark, Mike. And I get that this holiday was just started as something fun. It wasn't meant to impact how teams prepare for games necessarily. But I have to wonder, Mike, with it being National Tight Ends Day, did they have a little extra look or two his way to help him reach this total?
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On second down, here's Penix. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. This is fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. His drive will start on the ground. And he'll be brought down, but what a run down to the 40. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. He'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Throwing now from the gun. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Eagles first down. As this defense is too loose there. 18 or 19 on fourth down.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Oh, the ball's out. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, like, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it'll bring up second down. We'll try the right side with Robinson. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
In motion goes Likely. On third down, Penix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
That's incomplete. Derek Hall on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. And this crowd certainly has liked what they have seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in. They've not disappointed as they have the advantage here in the fourth.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more to it.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Kyle Pitts, touchdown, Eagles. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. The extra point is good, and the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A gift, and here comes Robinson. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Down the left sideline. And he will score. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the Hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Ready?
throw here to begin the drive. To the outside, he's got Smith. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 45-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
There's that man again. Another catch. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it over 300 yards passing in this one.
49-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Brings up 2nd.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
On the give, it's right. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
This caught, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs. And a lefty Penix on 1st down. He's got his tight end likely downfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here. This is intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And a good return here. He is out of bounds up past the 30.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Pickup of 44 yards. And the Falcons.
Throwing now, Penix on first down. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Second and inches. Out of the shotgun. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. That is incomplete. Here we go. There goes what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short. Now Penix and the Falcons will line it up and go for two. In motion goes Likely. Here we go. One final play. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for two, and it does not pan out. So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one.